This story is from Best of Redditor Updates. My coworker won't stop complaining about my tattoos. I started a new job in December. Carol started in February. We work for a small company with 6 of us in production. We're not customer facing in any way. Carol was fine with me until the weekend warmed up and I wore short sleeves, at which point she discovered that I have tattoos. She took me aside that same day to tell me how unprofessional she thought I was for having them. I pointed out that workplace norms are changing in general, and that our particular workplace doesn't care. It didn't matter. They were unprofessional, and that was that. In parentheses, for reference, we're both women in our 50s. Carol is actually 8 months younger than I am.
Work tattooed 50-year-old.
Fuck yeah.
I am not the only one with ink, but I am the only woman, and the shipping guys are in another building, so she probably doesn't realize that both of them do too. Since she has spoken to me repeatedly about them, and when I refused to engage, in parentheses, I started with a briskly cheerful, "So you've said, I disagree." Then you've said, "I'm not talking about this anymore," and now I'm just ignoring her muttering. She's taken to talking to herself about it. She also has gone to 3 of her coworkers to complain about them. Those ladies are all senior to us, but beyond keeping an eye on the production schedule, they are not supervisory in any way. We think she'd like me to cover them, but she knows she doesn't have the standing to say that, and I don't have any reason to. They're not offensive. One set is flowers, the other is geometric-ish paisley, and nobody here cares. I'm dreading summer. This is an elderly building and poorly air-conditioned, and I'm told tank tops and shorts are the norm. She's going to be really wound out when she figures out the gauntlets she dislikes so much are actually full sleeves, plus the edges of a few others that will show.
Nice.
So that's the first part of the story. Here is the update that takes place 3 weeks later.
Ooh.
Okay.
A lot can happen in 3 weeks.
So, the situation with Carol has been resolved.
Yay.
I actually spoke to her the same day you posted my letter. I ran into her in the break room and she started again. I interrupted her and said, "That's enough. I have asked you politely and now I'm telling you. Stop commenting on my tattoos. They don't come off. I'm not going to cover them and they're not against the rules here. Your obsession with my skin is really weird and I don't appreciate it. This is the last conversation I intend to have with you about this." She was pretty taken aback that I thought she was being weird, but I didn't give her a chance to keep going. I just went back to work. She didn't speak to or about me for the rest of the week. By the next week, she had settled on stilted past the salt style conversation, but only if it was a group thing. She still wouldn't speak to me personally. Since we don't work on the same project, this didn't have any impact on my workflow, so I was okay with the chilly silence.